Character assassination refers to the deliberate and malicious effort to damage someone's reputation, credibility, or public image. It often involves spreading false or misleading information, exaggerating flaws, or taking statements out of context to make the person look bad. This is how Europe has been operating against voices it doesn't approve for centuries now. It happens time and time again. Western propaganda labels every and any freedom fighter as terrorist. Marcus Garvey, the Black Moses as he was mocked and depicted in white newspapers, who in 1925 was imprisoned and deported 2 years later to Jamaica. I remember Lumumba, who was accused by the West of being a communist, the West who refused to help him and left him no other choice than to turn to the Soviet Union for assistance. That's when they called him communist. Nelson Mandela, former freedom fighter who holds the Nobel Peace Prize 1993 and was president of South Africa from 94 to 99. He was also accused of being a communist and was on the United States terror list up until 2008. Can you imagine that? Salvador Allende of Chile, also accused of being a communist and was taken out by the CIA. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And it still goes on today. Anybody, any African especially, who dares to stand up and speak for their people across the globe will be attacked and will be assassinated, socially and financially. They did it with Kemi Seba, writer, philosopher, and part of the vanguard of the new Pan-African fight. He is denied entry on French soil. A man who fights for African sovereignty is accused of spreading Russian propaganda. Does that sound familiar? Or the latest case, Nath Yamb, who is currently under attack, an African woman who speaks about sovereignty for Africa and its populations. According to Western propaganda, she too must be a Russian pawn. Like black people cannot talk for themselves. They cannot utter an idea, a thought, without being controlled by some foreign power. No. Since June 26, 2025, Nath Yamb is banned from entry into and transit through the European Union. By banning her from entry and transit, her freedom of movement is extremely reduced, and this has a devastating effect on her possibility to generate revenue as she travels a lot for her work. All her assets have been frozen. She's got no access to her bank accounts. They are basically trying to silence her and bring her activism for Africa to a halt. They do that. They used to do it. They still do it. Trust someone when they show you who they are. They have done it before and they will do it again. European oligarchs see freedom fighters from the global majority as a threat to their interests. And this is exactly what all of us should be. Peoples of the world across Europe, Asia, the Americas, and Africa. We should be a threat to this system of alienation. United in the fight against this capitalistic beast that feeds on the souls of future generations. When they are after one of us, we should see it as an attack against all of us. Let us stand together behind an independent, fearless, and righteous black woman fighting for the liberation of her people across the globe. Let us show solidarity with Nath Yamb and help her through these difficult times. Let us protect those who put their face, body, and energy at our service, and let's help them not only with words of encouragement, but also with financial aid. There are people out there putting together an aid fund platform, and information will be released when ready. If you have the possibility to even donate €5, it will be greatly appreciated. In the meantime, you can apply pressure on your politicians and on the European Union by demanding an end to the harassment against Nath Yamb, a black woman who has no army, no political party, who hasn't called for nor unalived a human being, while an internationally wanted prime minister of a genocidal state is allowed to overfly European countries and territories unhindered and unbothered. Let's stand behind those who are willing to trailblaze. Let's protect ourselves. Let's protect our sister. Let's keep pushing forward.